What is going on, guys? The Inside the Booth podcast, and today we're talking about our weekly picks. Week number 8, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. I mean, I tell you what, a lot has happened in the NFL, man. The Colts have the best record in football, 6-1. Daniel Jones continuing to silence all of the doubters, and I mean, that's been the talk for all of our intros, I feel like, has been talking about Daniel Jones and talking about the Indianapolis Colts and their great season. The Patriots are in first in their division. So I mean, a lot has gone on. I mean, you know, it's been a very interesting season so far for all of the teams, I think. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs don't even lead their division yet because the Broncos had a crazy good win over the New York Football Giants, trailing 19 and all of that. So these were all the picks that were correct last week. Now let's head to week number 8 as we start off with Thursday night football. The LA Chargers are taking on Carson Wentz and the Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy's making progress for a return, but he is not back yet. So Carson Wentz taking on Justin Herbert on the road. And here is the big thing. We have seen primetime games continuously that the dogs have been barking. I mean, we look at, the Bears, underdogs against the Commanders, they get the win. The Falcons, underdogs against the Buffalo Bills, they get the win. But I'm going to take the Chargers. Going to, release all of that dog, keeping the dog in the cage this week. Give me the Chargers. Now let's go to the left. We got the Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals as they are coming off a mini bye week. I don't even know the starter. Is it Tyrod Taylor? Because I saw Woody Johnson go off that Justin Fields isn't very good, and they got to make a quarterback change. I believe they did make a quarterback change. I thought I saw that on Twitter. We're going to assume that it's not going to matter. This Jets team is not good enough, and to be 0-8 through 8 weeks is depressing. They are probably the lock for the number 1 pick, I'd assume. And they're 100% going to be taking a quarterback because that's been the biggest issue. Let's go down the line. Let's go to the Browns taking on the Browns taking on the Patriots today. Good game, I think. I think the Browns have a bit of a defensive upside. They had a great week last time. I know they took on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins, but I mean, if you had them on your fantasy team, 26 points on the Sleeper app if you are playing on Sleeper. Regardless, the Browns had a good week defensively. Drake May going to have a bit of a tougher game than last week, but I am going to still take the New England Patriots to move to 6-2 on the season in the Mike Vrabel era as a head coach for the Patriots. They've looked great, and it's not even like they have a true wide receiver one, in my opinion. They have all different guys making different plays every single week. I mean, it's been Bout. It's been Diggs sometimes, right? It's been Hunter Henry having good games. Ramondre Stevenson. Travion Henderson hasn't really taken that step yet, but maybe we see that this week. Taking now downwards, as I was talking about the Colts previously, they're taking on the Tennessee Titans, and I can't see a world where I do see Cam Ward defeating this Indianapolis Colts team. I mean, they are running wild right now. Colts would move to 2-0 on the division. Titans would move to 1-7. If they fire Brian Callahan, it's not going to matter. This roster is not good enough. Daniel Jones has looked like an MVP candidate, and I honestly, definitely think he's a lock for comeback player of the year potentially. But let's get upwards. Let's go to the middle section. We got the 49ers taking on the Texans. Texans had a tough loss last game against the Seattle Seahawks. This one's a toughie, right? I think the 49ers do have the team, assuming they're fully healthy. I mean, if you're a Texans fan, you got to look in the mirror and see, what is the problem? Because I think they have some good defensive players on their on their team. It's just from an offensive standpoint, like what type of CJ Stroud are we getting? I mean, it's been very, very tough lately. I mean, it's a week-to-week league, obviously. I mean, week-to-week, I don't even know if Brock Purdy's available. But, we make picks of who the vibes are. I know there's a bunch of statistics, but I don't want to have a 25-minute weekly picks video. I want to just, what's on my mind and who do I think has a better chance to win the football game. Now, I've taken home teams every single time, so I'm going to switch it up, and we're going to take a road dog. I don't know if they're going to be a road dog in terms of, betting, but we're going to take the 49ers in this one just because of vibes. I mean, I think George Kittle's going to have definitely a bounce-back week. National Tight Ends Day, I believe, on Sunday, so definitely expect George Kittle to get in the end zone, maybe Hunter Henry. But yeah, taking the Bills now, coming off the bye week against a Panthers team that, I mean, it's very interesting, the Carolina Panthers, because I see upside. I do see upside. No Bryce Young this week. Andy Dalton is playing this week, but the Bills are just too good enough for the Panthers. But, I mean, a lot to like about the Panthers. I think, you're going to get another good game out of that running back room. I think Xavier Legette with Andy Dalton has looked good. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting, obviously, on how that game goes because the Bills are coming off a bye week. But Atlanta Falcons taking on the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are essentially, obviously they're a bad football team and people should be fired. But I also think that they got to trade. I really do think you might have to make some more moves to get more draft capital. I mean, I know a lot of teams have called about Jalen Waddle. I know a few teams have maybe inquired on Devon Achane because those are two big guys that are their offense. Because honestly, Tua is not their offense. Tua holds back their offense because of all the interceptions he throws. But let's get into this one. This one I've been very, very, torn. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. Bears taking on the Ravens. Ravens are coming off the bye. We've seen some stuff about Lamar Jackson, if he's returning or if he's not. The Bears have been good, I have to say. I got to give credit where credit's due. The Bills have looked good, man. And, I mean, it's going to be very interesting of how this game goes because, I mean, if Lamar Jackson is back, how does he play? How does the offense look? I'm going to take the Bears, man. I'm going to take the Bears. This team is not locked in the Ravens. They've taken away the consoles, so taken away the ping pong tables. That team is a whole mess. So I'm going to take the Bears on the road, getting a huge victory and making this NFC North even more interesting. I mean, I'll pull it up, just drag this real quick. If you see the division of the NFC North, I mean, the Packers are 4-1-1. The Lions are 5-2. And then the Bears, I mean, if they win this week, they're 5-2 as well. So, it's going to be interesting of how that game goes. But I'm going to take the Bears this week. I'm going to ride the Bears. So we got a few more games here. We got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Denver Broncos in Denver. We saw what happened the last 2 weeks with the Denver Broncos. They've come back from behind and get huge victories over the Philadelphia Eagles and now the New York Giants. Could this be a potential same situation? 100%, because Dallas has had one of the better offenses this season. They have CeeDee Lamb back, obviously, who had a great game against Washington, picked up a touchdown. George Pickens has been a great wide receiver, too, this season. Dak Prescott, say what you want, hate on him all you want. He's been very good, a ton of games with 3+ touchdowns this season. And this is a Denver Broncos team that doesn't allow a lot of explosive plays. And they let up a ton. I believe they let up 10 to the New York Giants. And I know a lot of people critique the New York Giants a lot, but the Giants were able to put up 30+ points against a very good defense. I think Dallas could very well do the same. But I do think the Denver Broncos are going to be able to squeak home a win and move to 6-2 on the season. Maybe there's a late Dak interception or something else. Let's get into this game. Green Bay versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the Steelers game with Aaron Rodgers taking on his former team. And if I was reading this correctly, he has a chance to beat every single team in the NFL if he beats the Green Bay Packers. So, why not? Why not? Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers this week at home. Give me an Aaron Rodgers revenge game and winning against the Green Bay Packers at home. Give me the Steelers, man. Steelers Nation. Let's see if Aaron Rodgers can get his revenge on his former team. Now we get into a few divisional games. We got the Eagles taking on the New York Giants with Jackson Dart, 2-2 as a starter. He beat the Eagles last time, kind of embarrassed the Eagles as well. So you got to think the Eagles want a lot of revenge, right? The place is going to be packed. They're a good football team. They are. I have spoke very highly on the Eagles. I even said, like, the way that they're going to beat the Vikings the previous week was they got to air the football out. They got to get A.J. Brown the ball. They got to get Devontae Smith the ball. And they have a great opportunity this week against the Giants secondary, which is very weak. I mean, their cornerbacks, they allow a lot of big plays. They're not great, with the ball, thrown right at them. So maybe you see a big A.J. Brown game. Saquon hasn't maybe been the Saquon that he was last year, obviously, because it was very tough to repeat that. But give me the Eagles this week at home, moving to 6-2 on the season. Giants move to 2-6. If you want to see just the standings of that division, there is that 6-2. The Eagles. Dallas at 3-4-1, obviously tying with the Green Bay Packers. Washington is 3-4. They're on the bye week this week. And the Giants are 2-6. They don't have a bye week till week 14. So give me the Eagles with this one. And then we got the Saints taking on the Buccaneers. Divisional games are never easy to pick. I'll tell you that. I don't care how bad the football team is. It's never easy to pick. It's never easy to pick games like this. I've seen things that you should take the Saints this week. You should take a dog this week against the Buccaneers team that lost a tough game against the Lions. You obviously look at that game and you'd like to see a win come out of the Bucs, but obviously with Mike Evans now going down with another injury, it's going to be tough. And I know it's tough to play in the Saints arena. So we haven't taken enough dogs. I'll say that. Maybe this is a spot for a dog. And, this would probably be the biggest dog of the pick this week. And, I don't like to fade Baker Mayfield at all. I never do. I'm a big Baker fan. He brings excitement. They are on a revenge week. But I don't know why. I'm looking at this game. And maybe I'm drinking the Louisiana Kool-Aid of taking the Saints this week. I don't know. It's a tough pick. I know everyone's immediately, take the Bucs, take the Bucs, take the Bucs. Usually the saying is, if they go left, we go right. And if I'm going to sacrifice a loss just to take a dog, I might. We went 11-4 last week. I feel very good about these picks this week. We're going to take the biggest dog probably of all of our picks. Give us the New Orleans Saints to win this week, taking down the Buccaneers on the biggest upset of all time. I'll say it. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Deep down, my head is telling me, take the Saints, Finn. Don't think about it too much. I'm going to take the Saints today. I'm going to take the Saints. I am drinking the gallon of Kool-Aid on this Saints team. You could roast me in the comments. Listen, I'll put the hand up. That pick was on me. I'm going to be totally honest. But that is going to do it. More of a lengthy video, around 15 minutes. Usually I like to keep them around 10 to 11 minutes. But that is going to do it. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the picks. Don't roast me too much about the Saints pick. It's a dog pick. We move on. Let's go. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.